Alex Thompson is 35, a widower raising his 6-year-old daughter Lily alone. 2 years ago, a car accident took his wife and left him with a little girl who still asks why mommy isn't coming home. Alex works hard as a team lead in a top marketing firm, staying late to finish reports, picking up extra shifts to pay the bills, and always putting Lily first. He's the kind of man who reads bedtime stories in funny voices, braids hair with clumsy fingers, and hides his own loneliness behind a tired smile. That Friday night, the office is empty except for him. The company happy hour ended hours ago, but Alex stays behind to wrap up. Outside, thunder rumbles and rain lashes the windows. He's packing his laptop when he hears voices, loud, rough, too close. Looking out, he sees her, Victoria Hale, the CEO, his boss. The woman everyone calls the Ice Queen because she commands boardrooms in sharp suits and never shows weakness. But tonight, she's stumbling on the sidewalk, soaked to the skin, mascara streaking her face. Clearly drunk after too many drinks to drown whatever pain she's carrying. .2 men from the bar have followed her out. They're crowding her, laughing, one grabbing her arm while she tries to pull away. Alex doesn't think. He grabs his umbrella and runs into the storm. "Let her go," he says, voice steady even as his heart hammers. The men turn, sizing him up, smirking. Victoria looks at him with glassy eyes, confused but relieved. One guy steps forward aggressively, but Alex stands firm, shielding her. Words turn to shoves, a quick scuffle in the rain, and Alex manages to break free, hail a cab, and get her inside safely in the back seat. Victoria leans against him, mumbling. She talks about her husband Richard, always traveling, always distant. About fights that leave her empty. About feeling invisible in her own life. Alex listens quietly, one arm steadying her so she doesn't slide. He's never seen her like this, raw, unguarded. When they reach her luxury apartment, he helps her upstairs, settles her on the couch, brings water and aspirin. She catches his hand as he turns to leave. "You're a good man, Alex," she whispers. He smiles softly, leaves a note, gets some rest, and heads home to relieve the babysitter. Saturday morning, Lily bounces on his bed, demanding pancakes with chocolate chips. Alex pushes last night from his mind, flips pancakes shaped like hearts, takes her to the park. But his phone buzzes. A text from Victoria. "We need to talk. Can you come over?" His stomach knots. Is she angry? Embarrassed? Going to fire him for seeing her at her lowest? He drops Lily with a neighbor and drives over. Victoria opens the door looking composed again, hair perfect, but her eyes are red. She doesn't pretend. No awkward, "I don't remember anything." Instead, she says, "Thank you for last night. You saved me from more than just those men." They sit in her bright kitchen with coffee between them. She tells him the truth. Her marriage has been dead for years. Richard is cold, possibly cheating, and she's been lonely longer than she can admit. Alex listens, then shares his own pain. The sudden loss of his wife, the weight of raising Lily alone, the nights he cries in the shower, so she won't hear. Something shifts in the air. Victoria reaches across the table, covers his hand with hers. Warmth spreads through him like sunlight after years of gray. She says, "I envied you, the way you love your daughter, the way you show up." Their eyes lock. She leans in slowly, and he meets her halfway. The kiss is soft at first, then deeper, full of everything unspoken. When they pull apart, reality crashes in. "You're married," he says, voice rough. "And I'm your employee." She nods, eyes glistening. "I know, but I don't want to pretend nothing happened." He leaves with his head spinning, promising to think. The next weeks at work are electric. Stolen glances across meeting rooms. Texts that start professional and turn personal. She promotes him for outstanding dedication, but they both know it's more. She sends gifts for Lily, an anonymous teddy bear that makes his daughter squeal. She adjusts schedules so he can attend school events. And one night, when Lily has a fever and Alex is beside himself with worry, Victoria shows up at his door with pediatric medicine and homemade soup. She stays, helps cool Lily's forehead, sings softly until the little girl falls asleep. Alex watches her, heart aching with something new and terrifying. Hope. They cross the line soon after. A late-night meeting in her office turns into desperate kisses against the door. Secret lunches become afternoons in hotel rooms where clothes fall away and loneliness melts into passion. Every touch feels like salvation. She whispers she's filing for divorce. He believes her. He justifies it. Richard doesn't love her, doesn't deserve her. But guilt gnaws at the edges. He dreams of his late wife watching, disappointed. Still, he can't stay away. Victoria becomes part of his life in quiet ways. Reading stories to Lily over video call when he's stuck late, remembering Lily's favorite ice cream flavor, holding Alex when the weight of single parenting crushes him. One rainy evening, they meet in a quiet cafe. She says the words first, "I love you." He says them back without hesitation. They talk about a future, her leaving Richard, building something real. But even as joy floods him, fear creeps in. Office whispers start. Richard returns from a trip early. And then one afternoon, Lily comes home from a playdate asking, "Daddy, why was the pretty lady from your work at our house when I was sick?" Alex freezes. Victoria had stopped by again. How do you explain an affair to a 6-year-old? That night, as he tucks Lily in, his phone rings. Unknown number. A man's voice, cold and controlled. "Stay away from my wife, Thompson, or you'll regret it." Richard knows. The threat hangs in the air like smoke. Alex tells Victoria immediately. She doesn't panic. She gets angry. Angry at Richard for spying, angry at herself for dragging Alex into this mess. But she doubles down. "I'm leaving him. Properly this time. We fight this together." The weeks that follow are intense. Victoria moves forward with divorce papers. Richard fights dirty, hiring investigators, freezing accounts. Photos of Alex and Victoria surface online. Grainy shots from a park where they'd taken Lily for a picnic disguised as a team outing. The internet explodes with gossip. The office turns hostile. Colleagues whisper, "Avoid eye contact." Alex faces consequences at work. A warning for inappropriate conduct. His promotion frozen. He starts looking at job listings late at night, terrified of losing everything he's built for Lily. Victoria steps in quietly, hires the best lawyer, covers costs without making him feel small. She shows up when it matters most, bringing dinner on nights he's too drained to cook, sitting with Lily so he can breathe. Slowly, Lily starts calling her Miss Vicky, trusting her completely. It breaks and heals Alex at the same time. Richard escalates. He confronts Victoria at the apartment, screaming accusations. Alex arrives in the middle of it, protective instinct overriding fear. Words fly, threats are made, but Victoria stands between them, fierce. "You lost me years ago, Richard. Let it go." That night she packs a bag and moves into Alex's small house temporarily. The three of them under one roof feels like a dream and a nightmare. Morning chaos with Lily's laughter, bedtime stories read together. Quiet nights where Victoria curls into him like she finally belongs somewhere. But the world outside judges harshly. Parents at Lily's school gossip. A note slips in her backpack. "Tell your daddy to stop stealing married women." Alex finds it and nearly breaks. He confronts Victoria. "This is hurting her. Maybe we stop until the divorce is final." Tears stream down her face. "I'm trying to make it right. Please don't give up on us." They go to counseling together and separately. They learn to communicate instead of hide. She reveals deeper wounds. Years of infertility treatments that failed, Richard blaming her, making her feel worthless. Alex holds her through the sobs, promising she is enough. The divorce hearing finally arrives. Richard plays every card. Evidence of the affair, claims Victoria abandoned the marriage for her employee. Alex testifies, voice steady. She deserves to be loved, truly loved. And I do. The judge sees through Richard's hypocrisy. His own affairs come to light and grants the divorce with fair terms. Victoria is free, but freedom comes with fallout. Richard, bitter, files a frivolous suit claiming interference, trying to paint Alex as unstable to threaten custody somehow. Panic attacks hit Alex hard. One night, he collapses on the kitchen floor, gasping. Victoria holds him, rocks him, whispers, "We will get through this. I'm not leaving." In the quiet after the storm, she kneels in front of him with a simple ring. "Marry me. Let's make this family official. Lily deserves both of us." Time heals slowly. They take it carefully. More therapy, open talks with Lily using simple words about love and new beginnings. Victoria sells her big apartment, moves in permanently. They start a small consulting business together, something flexible that lets them both be present for Lily. Months later, Victoria shares the impossible news. After years of believing it couldn't happen, she's pregnant. A miracle from finally being at peace. Alex cries in her arms, overwhelmed with gratitude. Years pass in flashes of ordinary magic. School plays, family vacations, Lily calling Victoria mom without hesitation. At their quiet backyard wedding, Alex's vows are simple. That night in the rain, I thought I was just helping you get home safe. But really, you led me home, to love again, to life again. Victoria smiles through tears. You saved me first. And every day since. They stand together, a family forged in fire, proof that sometimes the messiest paths lead to the deepest love. One act of kindness on a stormy night didn't just save a life. It built one. The threat hangs heavy, a dark cloud over everything Alex holds dear. That cold voice on the phone, Richard's, echoes in his mind as he drives to Victoria's apartment. He tells her everything the second he walks in. Her face hardens, not with fear, but with fire. He's spying on us now? Fine. Let him watch me leave him for good. She's done hiding. Divorce papers are served the next week. Richard doesn't take it quietly. The battle begins. Richard freezes joint accounts, hires private investigators, drags out every legal step he can. Grainy photos appear online. Alex pushing Lily on a swing, while Victoria laughs beside them during what was supposed to be a harmless weekend picnic. Headlines scream about the CEO and her employee. The office becomes a minefield. Colleagues who once respected Alex now avoid him in the hallways. A formal warning lands on his desk. Inappropriate workplace relationship. His hard-earned promotion vanishes overnight. He lies awake staring at the ceiling, terrified he'll lose the stability he's fought so hard to give Lily. Victoria refuses to let him drown. She pays for the best lawyer out of her own savings, never making him feel less for needing help. On the nights he comes home defeated, she's already there with dinner ready and Lily's favorite movie queued up. She tucks his daughter in, kisses her forehead, and then finds Alex in the kitchen, wraps her arms around him from behind, and whispers, "We are stronger than him. I promise." Slowly, Lily starts running to Victoria when she scrapes her knee, asking her to braid her hair because Miss Vicky does it prettier. Every small moment stitches them tighter together. Richard strikes harder. He storms into the apartment one evening while Victoria is packing the last of her things. Alex arrives just as voices rise to shouts. Richard's face is twisted with rage. "You think this nobody can give you what I do?" Victoria doesn't flinch. "He gives me love, Richard. Something you never even tried." Alex steps forward, ready to defend her, but she places a hand on his chest and faces her husband alone. "It's over. Sign the papers." That night, she moves into Alex's small house for good. The three of them under one roof feels both perfect and fragile. Like happiness they're scared to trust, life settles into a new rhythm. Mornings filled with Lily's chatter over cereal, Victoria burning toast and laughing about it, Alex stealing kisses while packing school bags. Nights where Victoria falls asleep on his chest after long calls with lawyers. She learns Lily's bedtime routine by heart, sings the same lullaby Alex's late wife once did. But the outside world keeps punishing them. A cruel note appears in Lily's backpack from another parent. "Tell your daddy to stop breaking up families." Alex finds it first, crumples it in his fist, and cries in the car where Lily can't see. That evening he tells Victoria, "This is hurting her. Maybe we pause until everything's final." Her eyes fill with tears. "I'm doing everything I can to make it right. Please don't walk away from us now." They start counseling together. In those quiet sessions, truths spill out. Victoria finally shares the deepest wound. Years of failed fertility treatments, Richard blaming her, telling her she was broken. How she believed it until Alex looked at her like she was everything. Alex admits his terror of failing Lily again, of moving on too soon from his wife's memory. They learn to fight fair, to talk instead of hide. The guilt lessens, replaced by fierce determination. The divorce hearing arrives like a storm finally breaking. Richard pulls every dirty trick, texts, hotel receipts, photos, trying to paint Victoria as reckless. When Alex takes the stand, his voice doesn't shake. She spent years in a marriage that made her feel invisible. I love her. I love her enough to want her happy, even if it costs me. The judge sees the truth beneath the mess. Richard's own affairs exposed through his own evidence. The divorce is granted. Victoria walks out free, but Richard isn't finished. Bitter and humiliated, he files a baseless suit claiming Alex interfered with the marriage, spinning lies to suggest instability that could one day threaten custody. The fear hits Alex like a punch. Panic attacks steal his breath. One night, he collapses against the fridge, gasping. Victoria drops to her knees, holds his face, breathes with him until the world steadies. When it passes, she pulls a small velvet box from her pocket, opens it to reveal a simple silver band. "Marry me," she says, voice steady. "Let's make this family unbreakable. I choose you and Lily every single day for the rest of my life." Healing takes time. They move carefully, more therapy, gentle conversations with Lily about love and new beginnings using words a child can hold. Victoria sells her luxury apartment, pours the money into a down payment on a bigger house with a backyard Lily can grow up in. Together, they launch a small consulting firm, something flexible that lets them both be present for school plays and soccer games. Months later, Victoria sits Alex down, hands trembling as she places his palm on her stomach. "It's a miracle," she whispers. After years of doctors saying it was impossible, she's pregnant. Alex breaks down in her arms, joy and relief crashing over him in waves. Time blurs into beautiful, ordinary days. Lily teaching her little brother how to blow dandelions. Family movie nights with too much popcorn. Victoria walking down a flower-lined aisle in their backyard, Lily scattering petals ahead of her. Alex's vows are quiet but fierce. "That rainy night, I thought I was just getting you home safe. But you brought me home, to hope, to love again, to a life bigger than I dared dream." Victoria's tears shine as she answers, "You saved me first, Alex. And every day since, we've been saving each other."